just going to cover what we did last week, super basic, and then we'll get into some of the fun stuff off of that same position. But down here, as we come up, I start to get the knee on belly here, right? Now, we talked a little bit about this last week. Right now, I'm being nice. I'm going across the waistline. When I want to add a little bit of pressure, give him a little bit of sauce, I would bring my knee towards his xiphoid process here. So I'll shift that in here. My foot's contoured, so it makes it hard for him to get in. And then if he's got a gi, I'll grab onto that. If not, I can still grab onto the back of his head. I'm trying to drive my knee pretty much into the floor. He's just kind of in the way. Right? The reason you do that, this is a great position to kind of cause a little bit of stress for the person on the bottom, right? So we want, eventually, the more you do this, the more you get used to it and you watch out for the things. You're not going to panic quite as easily. You're going to know that there's other options, right? But this is a great position for me to get that panic started. I'm here, I'm adding that pressure, you know, trying to make his life kind of suck. So, and as beginners, a lot of times the first thing that they do is they start to push on that knee. And now that creates this nice little fishing hole right here. Okay. From here, I'm going to pull this elbow all the way up to my chest. You see how that pull gives me the flat of his back? Now, if you need to, you can go ahead and walk around, right? And sit down. Eventually, we'll want, as we bring this up, I'm just going to pat the head, and as I pass, here, right? Now, I like to bring my elbow up to kind of help gather that arm to finish the arm bar. Here, again, I'm being nice to my partner. I'm going across the waist as said. He starts to push. If you're still needing to get your body movement going in at least in the right direction, my shin goes to the flat of his back. The leg can either be in front of his head or on the other side of his arm here. Either one's fine. Right? Now from here, sit down, gather the arm, and notice I'm not just ripping his arm off, right? I gather the arm, there you go, relax, relax. Okay, now I hug it. So he tapped about there, and you can see I've got my back still quite a bit to go before it reaches the mat. Okay, so that's that much more space that the arm can hyperextend, and then, okay, that much more space that you can make their life miserable. Okay, let's take a stranger hand. I gotta not make jokes. So, like this leg. Okay, so he pushes, right? There. Right here. So that's a little faster version. Take your time, go through. When you get to the armbar position, let them have their arm so you don't snap it. You know, learn how to control, but don't just fall back. And also, if you remember, I know it's a lot, whatever. Boop, 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 there we go. As you finish the armbar, you want to squeeze your knees, hook your heels to your butt, and don't do this. All right? So this is doing nothing for you. Hey, I got his arm, right? But I want to hug it and squeeze it and love it. Name it George, right? Squeeze. Make sense? Ready? And